Hello, YouTube. All right, I've got you guys set up a little bit. It's an honor to have the world. My mind runs, so I turn the light on. I usually don't do this thing. I just run it. So my thought process is that we are getting fed. There's conspiracy theories going around all over. And it started with me receiving a very expensive piece of electronics that you would normally have to pay into the 2000s for. But recently, because of modern day free trade, um, the legalities behind this have caused what I believe to be is a collapsing of morality, because one standard applies to one entity, and then it doesn't apply to the other agent. You know, so it's an interesting thing because I know I'm speaking tongues, but when you order something, it comes in online, and let's say I have a great product and it is a bunny, so anything with a bunny on it, is just like the logo, a white, just chalk out bunny with a little ear, and it's just, or maybe let's say a guy going for a dunk, with his legs spread out. That logo is contested, and it's been contested. They throw these things out all the time. Counterfeit, you see it on the news. Counterfeit, this and that, and they determine, well, these entities and these you know assets. These are assets that are getting seized by the U.S. government, because these are then illegal, within these gray bounds, and are able to be seized. And then they get resold by people on the inside, and it's like, who do you think you are? I didn't even I immediately assume that, because this is what I do, is I deduce things as a natural person would do. I would naturally assume, if I didn't tell you that I would be assuming that, I'd be lying to you. So it's more of me just trying to be straight honest with you, that you're gonna take a whole cargo ship of fake Louis Vuitton that's like good enough to pass off the market, and you're not gonna send it back to them. You're just gonna make it disappear, and then what happens, so it leaves a gap for some nefarious, so that needs to be addressed, because the recoil from that is China now doesn't want to deal with your bullshit, and they're reading the fine print. So if the guy with his legs spread out has no ball in his hand, then it's like, whoa, I never noticed that. Now he has a ball in his hand, or whatever it may be. That goes into legality, just like the immigrant situation, where, once they download that app and they file that truthfully, it's a legalized binding document, and they get cited in a whatever, in a an appointment to hear their case. That's what it is, and it's illegal. That's quasi. You can't really say quasi legal. If you want to take that to court, you're going to get the hammer brought down on you. And basically, if there's a little leaf where the I is, and it's a green logo, but, or maybe the O has a defect in it, a mass-produced defect, then you come to wonder. Then it's like, okay, oh well, then that's not that name brand. That's actually a U or a that it just turned out like. But anyway, yeah, here's the documents and the paperwork, and then you take that to court, and who wins? Because this has happened. This is case law. So the Chinese got tired of their shit getting seized. So did everyone else, and they provided a means from with which they could contend these you know, because they weren't claiming to be anything other than, you know, the latest fashion. And they know just as much as anybody that from here to next week, you know, it's whatever the market wants, and they're not stupid. You know, they're not going to put in 100 years just to max out on a 5 or 10 year. You know, so that's my rant, guys. It's a quick one from you. I will feed you guys more of these. These are really good, yeah. And for the you know the future remainder, production will be scaled up, you know, because I have these ideas, and this is not for nothing. So I'll tell you where this actually stems from. It's just to add a little because it's only 6 minutes. This comes from, like I was trying to tell you earlier, the $2,000 ticket item I was able to purchase for $7.99, and I even got a second one. I was able to get that one. That was already on coupon. The second one for even a deeper coupon for like seven. It was like 760 or 780. 780. I was like, oh shit. So, looking at it, because I was monitoring, I could have even got it even less. So, it's very determinative kind of sequence of things, events that happen. And when I did this, nothing came up. I was just like, whoa, you know, that's great. And, you know, and the first thing I said was like, I thought was innovation. And, you know, innovation. You know, they've got the newest technology, the newest means to assemble. Sorry, I got something on my screen. So when I determined that this was kind of like weird was when I looked at the pictures, and sliding through the pictures of the product, there's a big red lettering, and I was trying not to, but I'm gonna add a juice to this little video. It's big red lettering said no tax. I was like, huh, that's interesting. Hmm. How does this, you know, snake its way through? But one doesn't ask questions, and one simply proceeds to not really know what the hell's going on. It's probably a typo, like a language, you know, translation error. Thank you guys, though, for listening. This is Bronco on the beat. See you later.